Hi, my name's Rob and I'm doing a Team Tech review on Kingdom Come Deliverance. So in today's review I'm going to be talking about the story, the environment, the gameplay, the sound and an overall opinion on what I think about Kingdom Come Deliverance. I've done over 40 hours on the game now. I have completed the main story quest as well as doing some side quests as well. So I'd like to think I've got a pretty good idea of what this game is all about. But feel free to comment below what you think about the game, where I'm right, where I'm wrong, where you agree and where you disagree. So first of all, what is Kingdom Come Deliverance? It is an open world RPG set in 1403. It's a historically based game about a young blacksmith apprentice called Henry, and you're going about your day-to-day life when you are basically invaded by a force. I don't want to give anything away, there'll be no spoilers here, but you're invaded by a force and you try to escape. Now, interestingly, the tutorial part, so it kind of holds your hand for between 1 to 2 hours, but then after that, it's open world and you can do whatever you want. It's nothing different in the terms of, here's an open world, go and do quests, go and pick up rewards. It's pretty much like that. So, getting on to the story, I really enjoyed it personally. It is written by one of the writers of the original Mafia games, so that gives you a kind of idea about the quality level of the story. It was fun, it was interesting, it was happy, it was sad, I was hooked and I wanted to know what happened next for young Henry the blacksmith, and that is basically it. You suck in a lot of information as well, so if you don't ask the questions, your guy will not know anything about it. So let's go on to the gameplay, and we're going to be talking about the leveling and the combat. So first of all, let's talk about the combat. A big part of this game is, of course, fighting. When you start the game, you don't know anything. You can barely hold a stick, and I'm going to combine this point with the leveling. When you start the combat, you are fighting, if it's swordplay or mace or axe or whatever handheld weapon you've got 6 things to look at, and it goes up, right, left, bottom right, or actually in the middle you've got a stab as well. And interestingly, I really did enjoy that combat gameplay because you've got to look at your opponent. So if he's got his sword above his head, you need to be having your hand above your head so you can block it or parry it or counter it as well. So also something I liked about this is it doesn't matter if you're level 1 or level, I think it's 15 or 20 is the highest. You always feel like you could be killed. If there are 4 knights surrounding you in full armor and they attack you, if you're level 1 or level 20, I like that idea that you could possibly die. Also connected to the story, you're not the be-all and end-all. You're just Henry, blacksmith's son. You mean diddly squat to this world. You make your own name. Too many times you're the chosen one, or you are the secret god, or you pick up a sword and you're a natural. This is not the case. It took me about a quarter of the game to realize that I am rubbish. I can't do anything. If you want to be a good sword fighter or an axe swinger, you got to go and train. You've got to do it, and there's 2 ways. You can either go up to someone and ask them to train you and you pay a little bit of money, or you just do it. You constantly do it and do it and do it. Too many times I was thinking at the start, I can block people, but they just keep kicking my ass because I wasn't leveled up. And there is a huge leveling up part, not just for combat, but for life. There's even a leveling up part for drinking, which I think is amazing. And you can take this story as fast as you want, you can do it quickly, or as slow as you want. Walk around, because for me, coming on to the next point, environment, it's a beautifully made game. Dusk or dawn, the lighting is spot on, And I understand that it's not as big as most open world AAA games or even indie games, but for me, I would rather have a smaller world that is full of life where it should be than have, a 500-mile wide map which just feels barren and empty. It feels everywhere I go, if I'm in the forest, there's wildlife and trees and the sounds there are great. Or if I'm in a bustling town, everyone's working, they're going about their daily business, and at night everyone goes to the bar and gets drunk, basically, and has a good time. And they don't treat you anything different. If they know you, they'll say hello. If not, they'll just cast you aside. If you look like a knight, they'll be like, oh, amazing to meet you, sir. If you look like a bum, they'll toss you out on your ass. So I like how the environment interacts with you. I like how the environment itself looks and feels. So just walking around, I even sort of didn't fast travel as much in this game, something which I usually do on other games myself. Going on to the sound, the voice acting, sometimes it's not great, but the story writing, in my opinion, it's very good, so it covers any issues. Plus, Brian Blessed's in it, so what else do you need in life, basically? He comes into it later on in the game. But some of it's good, some of it's bad for the voice acting, but on the whole, I didn't really have any huge issues. There's some very funny parts in it, in my opinion, so hopefully you enjoy that as well. As for the music, it sounds very medievally. It comes in at the right time, it goes out at the right time. It complements the game very well. And general life, the hustle and bustle of the tavern at night, where people are talking and laughing and drinking and talking to you, I am very, very impressed with that. Personally, overall, I do think it's a very, very good game. Just gonna, before we go on to the overall, let's talk about the issues. Of course, like anything, there are bugs. Doesn't matter if it's a big game or a small game, but this is a $40 game. And it's a very small independent studio. There's going to be bugs in AAA huge games. Let's just look at the likes of Ubisoft or EA, right? So I'm not going to bash them too much on that. The saving games is an issue for some people. They like the ability to save whenever they want. Personally, I wasn't bothered. If you're really desperate to save it, run off to a bed, quick travel to a bed and sleep for one night and it saves the game. Or do an important part of a mission and that'll save it as well. And lockpicking was a huge issue on consoles, not so much on PC. But immediately they did listen to people wanting to save games and lockpicking to be a little bit easier. They wanted to try something different. Lockpicking's been the same in games for many years now. They want to try something different, but they're going to make it a lot easier. So they did listen to the community, and they have sorted that out. So overall, I have enjoyed this game. It's very ambitious. It's very detailed. They spent a lot of time, effort, blood, sweat, tears, and a lot of years sort of fine-tuning it into what I believe is one of the best open-world RPGs that I've played in a long time. In fact, I can't think of a game I've enjoyed as much as I've enjoyed this for quite a while. It's going to take some topping to do this year. I can't think off the top of my head a game since maybe The Last of Us that I've been so embroiled in, that I've been wanting to play constantly. You know, I've racked up 40 hours in just a couple of weeks, which is just crazy. But anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Have you played it? Have you enjoyed it? What do you think look or is good or bad? Am I right? Am I wrong? I just want to hear what you guys are thinking about it. So thank you very much for tuning in today, and have a good one.